In a big top set up at the base of a hill, performers began to prepare to put on a show for the town who would go and watch all the great feats they would dare. The circus provided a platform, good lighting, equipment, and pay. And for most, they felt blessed to perform with the rest, but one member felt irked in a way. Kingston was a spectacled cobra. He was a snake, but he hid in plain sight. His hisses would charm, his green eyes would disarm, distracting all with his scales shimmering bright. He had been at the circus a very long time. He watched as others came and went. Over time, he had formed a lot of opinions about his colleagues who worked in that tent. He felt that the strong man was far too weak and the tattooed lady disgustingly pale. But out of all of the members of the Cirque du Freak, the mermaid had really gotten under his scales. One night when the mer woman had done swimmingly well, the audience roared with affection. He could not stand their applause, for her act had some flaws, and he felt compelled to give the crowd a correction.
She just sits in a tank. She's a fish with wet hair.
He began to decree from the stage.
In fact, I am better than this whole freak-filled affair.
Kingston hissed in a hissy-fit rage. The contorted contortionists stopped their contorting. The sword swallower's sword stopped its swording. The conjoined twins couldn't believe what they heard. All had never seen a sight so absurd. Then he slithered away to find peers more on par, acrobats who could challenge his mind. But wherever he went, every circus, every tent, what he searched for he never could find. Listen up, children, this moral's twofold, for in life a snake's blood will always run cold. Not all that shimmers is magic, so take heed instead, because thin-veiled disguises will always be shed. And as for the snake, he'd never see he was smug or take a look at the ground and the hole he had dug. See if you avoid your reflection and self-introspection. It's easy to believe you are the scale of perfection.